HBO's Lanterns trailer breakdown. Every hidden detail, Easter egg, and DCU clue you missed. The dawn of James Gunn and Peter Safran's brand new DC universe is officially upon us, and the hype has reached a fever pitch. After years of starts and stops for the Emerald Knights in live action, the brand new trailer for Lanterns, the upcoming 8-episode Green Lantern series hitting HBO this August, just dropped. Let me tell you right now, this isn't just another superhero show. It is packed with deep cosmic implications that will set the stage for everything coming in the next decade of DC cinema. Described by the creators as a true detective-style mystery, the show pairs legendary veteran Green Lantern Hal Jordan, played by the perfectly cast Kyle Chandler, with rookie recruit John Stewart, Aaron Pierre, coming hot off his incredible performance in Rebel Ridge. But if you were expecting a standard intergalactic CGI space romp, think again. We're dealing with a gritty, terrestrial, small-town murder mystery in the American heartland that just happens to involve space cops. It's a bold swing that grounds the mythology before launching us into the stars. If you are too distracted by the stunning, moody cinematography to catch the finer details, don't worry. We've gone frame by frame to reconstruct every shot, explain who the key players are, and uncover the hidden clues you absolutely missed, including how this seemingly isolated series is actually the linchpin for the future of the entire DC universe. Grab your power rings because we are diving deep. Meet the new Lanterns, the broken veteran and the disciplined rookie. The trailer opens on a lonely, windswept highway somewhere in the vast emptiness of Nebraska. The tone is immediately established, isolated, quiet, and tense. Hal Jordan and John Stewart have been training together for 2 months, but there's a massive catch that comic fans will immediately spot. John hasn't even worn a power ring yet. Hal, rocking a slick, fresh new power ring design, which notably features some sharp yellow trim, contrasting with the bulky, all-green look we've seen on Guy Gardner in the Superman set leaks, drops a harsh reality check. He tells John he's essentially a substitute teacher who isn't ready until the ring actively chooses him. The dynamic between these two is already incredible and incredibly layered. Hal Jordan, the legendary test pilot and iconic Silver Age hero, is clearly approaching the end of his career. He's tired, a bit cynical, and carrying heavy emotional baggage, perhaps PTSD from unseen cosmic wars. Kyle Chandler brings that exact exhausted Coach Taylor energy, but with the weight of the universe on his shoulders. John Stewart, on the other hand, brings a raw, coiled intensity. While the comic books have depicted John as both a brilliant architectural designer and a hardened Marine, this series seems to lean heavily into his disciplined, military-inspired background. This stoic discipline clashes perfectly with Hal's reckless, shoot-from-the-hip cowboy attitude. Speaking of reckless, Hal's training methods are downright insane. To force John to tap into his raw emotional willpower, the literal emotional spectrum energy that powers the Green Lantern rings, Hal literally bails out of a moving vehicle, leaving John careening off a dangerous mountain road. It's a do-or-die test designed to trigger a survival instinct powered by pure will. Spoiler alert, John survives, and in a triumphant later shot in the trailer, we finally see that iconic green ring glowing brilliantly on his middle finger. The torch is being passed, but it's going to be a painful transition. A true detective mystery in the heartland. Something is off here. I can feel it. When Hal delivers this brooding, Matthew McConaughey-esque line, the central plot comes into sharp focus. Hal and John are investigating a small, seemingly dilapidated town in Nebraska. But why Nebraska? It evokes a sense of hidden Americana, a place where secrets can be buried deep under the soil. But who actually runs this town? The trailer gives us a classic Western standoff vibe at a tense town hall meeting. We see a brilliant visual representation of the white hat versus black hat dynamic that defines the noir genre. The white hat, worn by Sheriff Carey, played by the incredibly talented Kelly MacDonald, known for her grounded roles in No Country for Old Men and Boardwalk Empire. She is an original character who seems to be the frustrated moral center of the local law enforcement, clearly overwhelmed by forces she doesn't understand. The Black Hat belongs to William Macon, Garrett Dillahunt, the patriarch of a powerful, conspiracy-minded ranching family that essentially acts as the shadow government of the town. Think Yellowstone, but instead of fighting over land rights, they might be hoarding alien artifacts. The Macon family's influence is everywhere, down to the massive iron gates of their ranch bearing the letter M and an ominous, cult-like motto, "Study the past." This motto feels like the biggest clue of the trailer. In a universe where aliens have interacted with Earth for millennia, what past are they studying? Are the Macons guarding an ancient, extraterrestrial secret buried beneath the American heartland? Have they formed a quiet cult around a crashed ship? The True Detective Season 1 vibes, trading Carcosa for the cosmos, are off the charts. Unpacking the cosmic threat, who is Anton? Whatever is happening in Nebraska, it isn't just local organized crime. Something catastrophic has recently occurred. The trailer shows flashes of a devastating event at a high school football game, complete with flashing ambulance lights, grieving students, and a community in shock. A football game is the beating heart of a small town. Destroying it is a massive emotional anchor for the mystery. We also see a massive shockwave that rocks the downtown area, shattering glass alongside scenes of mysterious, glowing space fragments raining down from the night sky. Are these pieces of a destroyed alien vessel? The remains of a defeated cosmic entity? The local authorities clearly want these space cops out of their jurisdiction, but Hal and John know this threat is light years beyond a sheriff's pay grade. This brings us to one of the most intriguing and mysterious characters in the trailer, Anton, played by veteran character actor Paul Benedictor. While he looks like a normal human in a suit, early trade reports and casting descriptions describe him as an extraterrestrial consumed by vengeance against those who wronged his people. Comic fans are already buzzing with a massive, mind-blowing theory. Could Anton actually be Atrocitus? In Green Lantern lore, Atrocitus is the terrifying survivor of Sector 666, a region of space completely slaughtered by the Manhunters, the Guardians' cold, emotionless, and failed robotic predecessors to the Green Lantern Corps. Atrocitus eventually harnesses the red energy of rage to form the Red Lantern Corps. If Anton is indeed a grounded, human-disguised version of Atrocitus, or a similar vengeful entity hiding on Earth, things are going to get incredibly dark and bloody very quickly. Hidden Easter eggs and expanding the Lantern lore. The trailer doesn't just tease the terrestrial mystery, it gives us a mouth-watering taste of the expansive Green Lantern lore that DC fans have been starving for. The power battery. We get a glorious, beautifully lit shot of John Stewart holding the literal lantern, the personal power battery that each member uses to charge their ring, which connects directly to the central power battery on the planet Oa. It looks weighty, ancient, and incredibly comic accurate. The yellow light of fear. In one chaotic, blink-and-you-miss-it sequence, John screams as he gets zapped in the temple with a strange, extraterrestrial weapon emitting harsh yellow energy. In the DC universe, yellow represents fear, the exact opposite of willpower, and the primary weakness of rookie Green Lanterns. Could this be tied to the Sinestro Corps or the Fear Entity Parallax? The Green Lantern Oath. John actually lectures Hal about the meaning of their oath, claiming his primary job is to protect people, a boots-on-the-ground duty. He clearly thinks he does better than his cynical mentor, who might be too caught up in grand cosmic politics. Chip the Squirrel. The trailer ends with a hilarious tag where Hal tries to explain the sheer absurdity of the Corps to a local, mentioning the alien nature of their recruits, including a fucking squirrel. This is a direct, crowd-pleasing shout-out to CHP, the fan-favorite, cartoonish Green Lantern from the planet Heaven. It proves James Gunn hasn't lost his love for weird, anthropomorphic alien heroes. Looking at you, Rocket Raccoon. Noticeably absent from the footage, but confirmed to appear in the series, are Hal's greatest ally-turned-enemy Sinestro, played by Ulrich Thompson, and the abrasive Green Lantern Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion. How they fit into this rural puzzle remains a closely guarded secret. What is the ultimate secret? Massive DCU implications. James Gunn has been very vocal that Lanterns is not a standalone project. It connects deeply to the overarching story of the new DCU, tying directly into elements introduced in Peacemaker and the upcoming Superman film releasing just a month prior. So, what exactly is the ancient horror hidden on Earth that requires the attention of the Green Lanterns? One of the most compelling theories revolves around the center. In DC Comics, specifically Darwin Cook's masterpiece DC, The New Frontier, the center is a primordial, sentient island entity that has watched humanity evolve from the days of the dinosaurs and eventually decides mankind is a disease that must be wiped out. The concentric circles of the Lantern show logo and the flickering circular O on the neon motel sign in the trailer might be subtle visual nods to this ancient, Lovecraftian threat. Perhaps the space fragments crashing in random spots all over town are part of a rival extraterrestrial force trying to kill the center while it slumbers beneath Nebraska. Maybe the Guardians of OA have been watching John Stewart from a young age, knowing that one day he and Hal would have to team up to stop this ancient horror from waking up. Even if it isn't the center, Gunn's broader DCU narrative seems heavily focused on an older, secret history of metahumans on Earth. We saw hints of this in the Hall of Justice murals and other projects. If an ancient, extraterrestrial horror is waking up in Middle America, it perfectly sets up the broader narrative of the franchise. It establishes Earth not just as a random planet, but as a dangerous, chaotic anomaly in the universe, a planet with a deep, hidden history of cosmic activity. This is exactly the kind of chaotic environment that a cosmic villain like Brainiac, who is heavily rumored to be the main antagonist for the Superman sequel, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, would want to bottle up, study, and contain. To Brainiac, Earth's hidden history of aliens and monsters is just a disease that needs to be kept in a glass jar in his vast collection. Lanterns could be the exact inciting incident that draws Brainiac's gaze to Earth. Final thoughts. The dawn of a new era. Lanterns looks like absolutely nothing we've ever seen from DC television. By taking the massive, sprawling cosmic power of the Green Lantern Corps and grounding it in a gritty, terrestrial neo-noir, HBO is cooking up something truly special. It avoids the CGI-heavy trap of previous adaptations by making the stakes feel deeply personal, the world feel incredibly lived in, and the mysteries tied directly to the very fabric of the new DCU. This is prestige television meets comic book mythology. What did you catch in the trailer? Do you think the Macon family is hiding a crashed spaceship, or is the Earth itself hiding a slumbering monster? Do you think Hal Jordan will survive this series, or is he passing the torch to John Stewart permanently? Let's hear your best theories down in the comments below.